Hey there, geeks! Adam coming at you with another edition of Comic Card Crazy. So I was researching for our upcoming episode, and wouldn't you know, at the top of the poly bag it said free Marvel Topps card inside. So of course I had to figure out what that was all about, and it is a Human Torch promo card for a series called Marvel Legends. I had never heard of Marvel Legends. This is from 2001. Obviously, the heyday of comic book trading cards was the 1990s, so it was interesting to see Marvel taking an interest in the hobby once again, trying to revive it. So I was able to track down 3 packs. That's right, we have 3 sealed packs of Marvel Legends trading cards from 1991. So we're going to open up 2 of those today. The other pack is going to be opened exclusively for our patrons over at patreon.com/Wizards Comics, where for just $5 a month, in addition to cool videos like that, you also get PDF scans of the issues we cover on the main episodes. You get our bonus Super Cinema podcast talking about superhero and comic book movies, and a lot of other exclusive fun stuff and uncut early release videos as well that get to our patrons before they come here to YouTube. So if you're interested, go on over there. But let's open these up because I'm so curious to find out more about what this series entailed. All right, so here we are with our pack of Marvel Legends trading cards by Topps from 2001. As you can see behind the pack, there actually was a full-page ad in issue 116 of Wizard telling us all about the various special features of the set, but they are also printed on the package itself. So there are costume change cards, which I'm really excited to find out what that's about, secret identity cards, and hand-drawn custom cover cards. So that'll be cool. If you look on the back here, what's it going to tell us? Anything? Just the odds of finding those things. So, hey, out of 3 packs, it feels like maybe we have some, possibility of getting a special chase card. So let's check this out here. Our first one here, as you can see, the same art used in the ad, the Spider-Man. So let's open it here. See what is inside. Nice foil pack. I always love the crunch of a foil pack as you open those up. All right. Here we go. So, starting things out. Ooh, these are a little stuck together. They're very glossy. Ooh, I hope I don't ruin them. Nope, yeah, definitely ruined. Man, okay, well, here is a Rhino card, as you can see, now worthless. Not that we were collecting these for the value, but I'm curious to know if they tell us who the artists are. Yep, Mike Deodato. So there you go. That's cool. And hey, colors by McNab Studios. Mark McNab has been on the podcast several times for the Wizard Files. Great guy, so that's awesome to know. We'll have to ask him about this set. But yeah, so they basically just give you a bio here. No power ratings, nothing like that. All right, let's see our next ruined card. Man, I wish they weren't so glossy. I want to know what went on here. That is a bummer. But Giant Man, okay, so Hank Pym. Let's see. Yeah, that is true. Like, so they're going to... Yeah, tell you all about he's been Giant Man to Ant-Man to Yellow Jacket, now back to Giant Man. So that is interesting. All right, now here's the thing. We're ruining these cards as we take them apart, but are we going to get a chance to get a chase card that maybe doesn't stick as well as the others? I want to know if this was like, this pack of cards was maybe in like a wet area, but it was sealed. So really, it's the manufacturer's fault. All right, Toad. Who is the artist on that one? Let's see. Oh, Carr Andrews. Wow, okay. I didn't know he'd been around that long. I just bought his follow-up to Spider-Man Reign. But yeah, so there you go. This is interesting here, though. He's got a toad's tongue, incredible agility, and he can hawk loogies at his enemies. Blah! So I like that there's some attitude in the descriptions here as well that feels like maybe a very Wizard influence. All right. Ooh, so this looks like maybe the first card in the set, which I wish wasn't ruined. That is a shame, but let's check it out here. Wait, oh no. These are 2 cards stuck together. Elektra is not the description for all those heroes. Yes, oh, okay, so this is the checklist card is what that was. So that's cool. So now we can really get an idea of who all was involved in this set. Hope I get a She-Hulk. That would be awesome. Be curious to know who's drawing her. But here is Elektra. Now, for real, that is an interesting take on Elektra. Let's see who was the artist on that one. Okay, Gus Vasquez. Interesting. Okay. I do like in this set, though, is you get 8 cards per pack, which is a nice bonus, I would feel, from some that we've gotten recently that have been kind of smaller card runs, but Kingpin there. Who's drawn Mr. Fisk? It is Roberto Flores. Okay. And, all right, 2 more to go on this pack. So there's Doctor Strange. Again, very interesting look at that style. I mean, we were just reviewing the Marvel Knights Ghost Rider on our podcast. I'm going to guess, is this Trent Kanuga? Let's find out. Nope. Oh, Humberto Ramos. Okay, so still a good artist, though. Trent Kanuga has very interesting takes on the human form, but that's cool. And finally, the one that is not ruined, because it was at the top of all of those, we have a Punisher here. Looking good, looking sharp there, Frank. Although the back of your card is ruined. Pencils and inks by Steve Dillon. So, yes, of course, the Punisher had come back in a major way by this point. So that's awesome. All right. Fingers crossed that this pack with Wolverine is not full of stuck together cards, but I guess no promises, right? This is not looking good for us, but let's see what we get here. Ooh, already it's feeling good. Okay. We got Mephisto. All right. So Mephisto, I do think it's interesting. They're not giving any backgrounds to these characters. They're not putting them in a setting kind of like we're used to with the original Marvel Universe cards, but it's still, I like the idea of the design with the outline. That's kind of cool. Ooh, Venom. All right, this is awesome. Again, like that's a real trippy Venom. Is that a Carr Andrews? Because he was drawing Venom in Spider-Man Reign and stuff. Nope, Humberto Ramos. If I guess anybody, why am I not just guessing Humberto Ramos right off the bat? All right, here is another card, but yeah, these are stuck together, unfortunately. We have Ultron. So Ultron's looking good there, ready for action, poised. And he is drawn by Gus Vasquez. So Gus Vasquez getting a lot of work here. I'm curious to know if he was more on card duty than he was on comics duty. Okay, here is a Jean Grey, though. That's pretty great. Very inspired by the animated series, this one. Was she wearing this in the comics in 2001? I mean, definitely not the Grant Morrison run or anything. That's interesting. Okay, but yeah, so that is by Randy Green. Hey, Randy Green, how about that? He was working for Image and doing other stuff before that, so that's cool. I do like here, it looks like these cards are meant to go together in the sheet, because we have a Gambit here. If I could get him unstuck from the other cards. Enjoy the look at that ad while I'm trying to separate them. Come on, come on. All right, there we go. So there's a cool looking Gambit. Very manga, don't you think? Look at that face. Let's see who is the artist on this one. Is this Humberto Ramos? No, it was Randy Green again. Okay. So maybe they got like one artist to do all of the characters of a certain book or from a certain part of the Marvel Universe. Because here we got Magneto, so obviously a different background here for someone in the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, but it is by Randy Green. So, all right, now the question I have is, was Randy Green drawing any of the X books at that time? Okay, so our last card here, if I can get it undone. Oh, man, come on. It's Doc Ock, and he is stuck to this other card, which I'm excited to share with you. But, okay, well, Doc Ock there is looking really very manga-esque. That is pretty intense. Let's see, and that is a Roberto Flores there. But this is a shame, because we got a Secret Identity card. We got one of the chase cards, so we got a Dr. Bruce Banner. Unfortunately, it is now mutilated on the front. But here is the special feature from what I could tell. I think this comes off anyway, and you reveal the secret identity below. So, because as I was peeling that off, I was like, oh, it feels like there's another layer, and I'm not supposed to have it attached back. Okay, come on. Come here. Shouldn't have cut my nails before doing this video. All right, here we go. So, get off of there. Card's already ruined, guys. Don't feel bad that I'm bending it here. It's not going to come. It is not going to go. This is unfortunate. We got a chase card. It's got a special feature, and it refuses to participate in this video. All right, let's go one more time here. Man. Well, rest assured, I think Dr. Bruce Banner is underneath. That is breaking my heart here that we cannot reveal this. Nope. It's not going to come off. So, now we know. Now we know. Cards in 2001, produced with a bit of an issue, it seems like. I mean, maybe the gloss that over time turned to some type of glue sticking the cards together. But still, a cool set for what it was. But let's close this thing out. Well, can't win them all, geeks. I guess that's just how it goes. Luck of the draw when you're ordering sealed packs that are 24 years old at this point. Although, I do feel like most of the other card packs that are glossy that I've ordered in the past did not have that issue. So, that being the case, it is disappointing to get a chase card and have it be ruined. Yes, I did try some more to get this off, but it looks like this film has definitely melted to the card, but I do believe you're supposed to see the secret identity of the character underneath. So there's that, but it is a really nice set, despite the condition I received them in. I like the presentation, very simple, but very direct. I like the kind of jokey nature of the character bios and descriptions on the back. To me, that is a special feature, that it's not just, very, classic cards tended to just be middle-of-the-road descriptions and not add any type of attitude or any character to them. So that's fun. And I like that there are the promise of those chase cards that are unique, because it feels like, what else could you do? Well, it was not holograms and it was not chromium. It was some special features, even if that one didn't work. So of my 16 cards, only 3 weren't totally ruined on the front. So the question is, which of these is my favorite? I think I gotta go with the Humberto Ramos Venom, mainly because I like the Kirby-esque pose, and yet it's Venom in a slightly different style than normally we've seen, right? We think of the McFarlane, the Larson Venom, and even the Bagley Venom, right? Mark Bagley did a pretty iconic one. But this one is just, it surprised me and kind of delighted me in its uniqueness. And I can see why Humberto Ramos is a beloved artist among Spider-Man fans and just, comic fans in general. So, fun set. Wish they were in better shape. But that being the case, we do have one more sealed pack, as I said, that we're going to be opening on Patreon. I can already feel that there is a card in the back that's already, it's sticking out from the rest of the cards. So it's giving me hope that maybe they're not as stuck together as they might be, but time will tell. So thank you so much for checking out this video and being a part of Comic Card Crazy. Make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube. More videos to come. If you haven't seen our recent haul video, go see that for yourself. But thank you for, being interested in old school comics, news, and ephemera. We have lots more to come, so stay tuned. And until next time, keep your books bagged and boarded.